I don't care now because I just didn't like it. What I expected, but what I expected from my opponent, what he did.
Dmitrybivol has finally broken his silence after watching Artur Beterbiev's latest training footage, and his reaction is already making waves. If you've been following boxing closely, you know this clash has been brewing for years. But now, with Beterbiev's camp footage making the rounds, fans and experts alike are left wondering how will Bivol respond. What does this mean for their much-anticipated showdown? The stakes couldn't be higher. We're not just talking about a fight for championship belts. This is a battle for dominance, for legacy, and to determine who truly reigns as the king of the light heavyweight division. Every piece of training footage, every reaction, and every small detail matters, because when two undefeated champions collide, it's more than a fight, it's a war with everything on the line. Before we dive into this exciting breakdown, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch these videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference for us. Did you click that subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. If you haven't seen Artur Beterbiev's latest training footage, here's what you missed: a brutal, old-school training regime that looks more like a throwback to boxing's toughest era than a modern-day camp.
Maximum like a peak of a training load, and after we start to taper, yeah. Next week we start to slowly taper. It moves away from the volume of training. So you allow athletes to rest with more pressure.
While most fighters lean on high-tech tools and advanced analytics, Beterbiev sticks to what's raw and proven. His training isn't about finesse or fancy equipment. It's about pushing his body to the limit, hardening himself for war, and preparing to dish out and take punishment. The footage shows him grinding through punishing routines that would break most fighters. Drills that define his camp wrist-strengthening exercises. These drills are critical for building the strength and stability needed for his bone-crushing punches. His camp focuses on wrist curls, resistance band work, and grip strength training, turning his forearms into pure steel. Explosive hill sprints. These aren't casual jogs. Beterbiev charges up steep hills to build explosive power and endurance, mimicking the intense bursts of energy required in the ring. Grueling sparring sessions. This is where the real magic happens. Beterbiev's sparring partners are handpicked to mimic different styles, forcing him to adapt on the fly. These sessions are more like war's intense, high-pressure battles that leave no room for mistakes. It's clear from the footage that Beterbiev is a fighter built for destruction. His preparation is a statement in itself. He's ready to break his opponents physically and mentally. Despite the intense footage making the rounds, Dmitrybivol remains calm and collected. If there's one thing we've learned about Bivol over the years, it's that he never lets emotions take over. His reaction to Beterbiev's training, quiet confidence. He respects Beterbiev's preparation, how could he not? But intimidation isn't in Bivol's DNA. He's seen fighters like Beterbiev before, and he knows exactly what it takes to neutralize that kind of power. Bivol's response is calculated and cool, much like his fighting style. As Bivol said in a recent interview, "I know what he brings to the table, but I've prepared for this my entire career." These words reflect his mindset. He's focused, unshaken, and ready for whatever comes his way. At the heart of this upcoming fight lies a battle of two contrasting styles. It's power versus precision, chaos versus control. Artur Beterbiev's biggest weapon is his relentless power. He doesn't just win fights, he breaks opponents down round by round. His plan is always clear: cut off the ring, close the distance, and turn the fight into a brutal, close-range battle where his strength can take over. His punches aren't just heavy, they're strategically placed to weaken his opponents one shot at a time.
I'm empty now. I have to do everything perfect. I didn't. I could be better, I know it. His punch is strong, but not as strong that everybody's trying to make him.
Bivol, on the other hand, is the master of control. His approach is all about precision, footwork, and patience. He's a chess player in the ring, staying several moves ahead of his opponents and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. His plan against Beterbiev is no secret: frustrate him with constant movement, avoid the big shots, and control the fight from a safe distance. Dmitry,
You know, he's not about he has heavy punch and it's very dangerous. No, he's about how strong he is, and he's not only one punch. When he's trying to punching combinations, all punches in the combinations are heavy.
Bivol's defense is the stuff of legend. He's earned a reputation as one of the hardest fighters in the sport to hit clean. His defensive skills aren't just about slipping punches. They're a masterclass in positioning, timing, and anticipation. Every movement is calculated. Every step backward or pivot to the side is designed to frustrate and neutralize his opponent's offense. When Bivol watched Artur Beterbiev's intense training footage, his reaction was cool and composed because deep down, he knows his defense can be the key to victory. While Beterbiev's camp is focused on overwhelming power, Bivol's confidence lies in his ability to stay calm under pressure and force his opponent into mistakes.
You know, it's not. I could compare like with the Canelo. Yeah, he put all his energy, all his power on single punch. And yeah, maybe single punch sometimes he's harder.
Fans have seen it before. Against Canelo Alvarez, Bivol didn't just survive Canelo's onslaught, he defused it, staying one step ahead and picking him apart over 12 rounds. His reaction to Beterbiev's preparation likely reflects that same self-belief. He knows that if he can weather the storm, he has the tools to outlast Beterbiev's relentless attack and turn the fight in his favor.
Canelo, yeah, than Beterbiev.
No way.
Because Beterbiev didn't do like Beterbiev was more like close and
compact.
compact.
Boxing history is filled with legendary clashes of styles, fights that captivated the world and left a lasting impact on the sport. And just like those iconic battles, Bivol versus Beterbiev has all the ingredients to become an instant classic. Think back to Ali versus Frazier, the technical brilliance and speed of Muhammad Ali against the raw power and relentless pressure of Joe Frazier, or Leonard versus Duran, where Sugar Ray Leonard's flashy style collided with Roberto Duran's ferocity in one of boxing's greatest rivalries. In many of these matchups, the outcome wasn't just about who had more power or speed. It was about which fighter could impose their style on the other. Bivol versus Beterbiev is shaping up to be another chapter in that long history of battle of contrasting philosophies. Bivol's mission: control the distance, dictate the pace, and stay just out of reach. Beterbiev's goal: cut off the ring, close the gap, and unleash his devastating power. Fans are already drawing comparisons to these legendary fights, building even more anticipation for what could be a defining moment for both fighters' careers. The boxing world is buzzing with speculation. Social media is exploding with debates, predictions, and hot takes on who has the edge. Every detail from Beterbiev's training footage is being dissected, with fans analyzing his movements, sparring intensity, and conditioning as clues for what might unfold in the ring. In one corner, Beterbiev supporters believe his power is simply too much for anyone to handle. If he gets close, it's game over, some say, pointing to his perfect knockout record as proof. Others argue that his rugged style will eventually wear Bivol down, no matter how good his defense is.
After
And what benefits does it have
it's like for twisted, like for
for your wrists?
wrists to be strong. To be honest, I forget for what this.
On the other hand, Bivol's fans are just as confident. They see his footwork and defensive mastery as the perfect antidote to Beterbiev's pressure. Bivol's too smart and too fast, they claim. He'll pick him apart, just like he did with Canelo. The debate rages on in forums, comment sections, and YouTube videos, with passionate arguments on both sides. What's clear is that this fight has captured the imagination of boxing fans everywhere, and the anticipation is reaching a fever pitch. This fight isn't just another title bout, it's a moment of truth. Will Dmitrybivov's precision, defense, and ring IQ be enough to neutralize Artur Beterbiev's relentless power? Or will Beterbiev prove once again that his strength and aggression are simply unstoppable? One thing is certain: when these two undefeated champions meet, it's going to be fireworks from the opening bell. But what do you think? Who has the edge? Will Bivol outbox Beterbiev, or will Beterbiev's power be too much to handle? Let us know your predictions in the comments below. And if you love content like this, hit that like button and subscribe to Knockout Updates for all the latest boxing news, fight breakdowns, and exclusive coverage. Stay tuned, because this is one fight you won't want to miss.